Namaste. Welcome to this series of physiological interpretation of Saptashati. So, this is the series of revelations in multiple videos, so which I witnessed from several years and gave a shape this year due to the grace of my Guru Paramamsa Yogananda, who is a reincarnated person, and also Mahavatar Babaji during its satsanga. All the medical science what I have studied, and also the Vedic science and different aligned subjects. So through that, I thought that it would be uh, nice to have an integrated approach to study the Durga Saptashati or Devi Mahatmyam. So this is an attempt. This is a independent study and research based on the individual experiences. Everybody is welcome to understand themselves and improve this version. So let's start. Uh, First chapter of Saptashati and directly entering the Shloka Bhaga. So without having the Purva Pitikam and all. So first mantra is Om Aim Markandeya Uvacha. Om Aim is a Bijakshara and Markandeya spoke. So in-depth human physiology perspective, when we try to understand this, in this opening invocation, we acknowledge the primordial sound of Om and the mantra Aim associated with Saraswati, the goddess of knowledge and wisdom. In terms of human physiology, this verse can be interpreted as an initiation into the activation of the brain's cognitive functions and neural networks related to conscious thought and learning. Om and its resonance in the body. Om is known to activate the vagus nerve, which is a critical part of the autonomic nervous system. The vibration of this sound creates a calming effect that reduces the stress by activating the parasympathetic system. This state is conducive to relaxation, healing, and mental clarity, which aligns with the essence of Markandeya's wisdom. In neurobiology, the chanting of Om stimulates the prefrontal cortex and the limbic system, enhancing the emotional regulation and improving focus and attention. The mantra Aim, the syllable Aim or Bijakshara is associated with Saraswati, symbolizes the awakening of intelligence, wisdom, and speech. In neurophysiology, the mantra Aim corresponds to the activation of the Broca's area, which is speech production, which is around here, somewhere when they do the fMRI, functional MRI. So we can see that Broca's area and Wernicke's area, which is language comprehension. So these two are the important, which are critical for communication and intellectual processing. Chanting Aim can stimulate areas in the brain responsible for verbal memory, learning, and cognition, helping integrate sensory inputs into coherent ideas. Markandeya's invocation and neuroplasticity. Markandeya, as a sage representing timeless wisdom, can be seen as a metaphor for the activation of deep memory systems. The brain's hippocampus, responsible for long term memory, can be activated through meditative chanting, facilitating neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rewire and learn new things. The second mantra is सावर्णिस्सूर्यतनयो यो मनुः कथ्यतेष्टमः दिशामय तदुत्पत्तिं विस्तरात् गदतो मम. It says a Savarni, the son of the Surya, Lord Surya, is spoken of as the eighth Manu in the Manvantara lineage. Listen as I describe his origin in detail. This is what the uh, common meaning of this shloka. Savarni, the son of the Surya, which shows the solar energy and biological rhythms. Surya Tanaya, son of the Surya, refers to Savarni Manu, symbolizing the solar energy. In physiology, the sun plays a crucial role in regulating our circadian rhythms through light reception by the retina, which signals the suprachiasmatic nucleus in the brain, controlling the release of melatonin from the pineal gland. This solar regulation is essential for maintaining sleep wake cycles, hormonal balance, and overall metabolic function. The hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis (HPA axis) is activated during daylight hours, prompting the release of cortisol, which aligns with activity and alertness. Savarni, as a solar symbol, embodies the life giving energy of the sun, necessary for human physiological processes. The eighth Manu and evolutionary cycles. What is this? The reference to Savarni as the eighth Manu aligns with the concept of biological cycles, such as the 7-year cellular regeneration cycles in human physiology. Even every 7 years, the body regenerates most of its cells, initiating a new cycle of growth and repair. The eighth cycle marks a period of renewal and evolution, which corresponds to spiritual and physical maturity in human life. Manvantaras, as cycles of creation and dissolution, mirror cellular life cycles and the human developmental stages, both physically and psychologically. Let us see if we have any questions. Don't see any questions. So let's continue. महा महामायानुभावेन यथा मन्वन्तराधिपः स बभूव महाभागः सावर्णिस्तनयो रवेः. This is third shloka. By the influence of Mahamaya, the great and blessed Savarni, the son of Surya, became the ruler of the Manvantara. What is the role of Mahamaya and the role of the illusion in brain perception? Mahamaya represents the illusionary nature of reality, and in human physiology, this can be understood through the workings of the brain's perceptual systems. The brain constructs reality based on sensory inputs, but these perceptions are often filtered through our past experiences, biases, and cognitive illusions. The prefrontal cortex and the parietal lobes play a significant role in how we perceive the world, often constructing subjective realities that may not correspond to objective truth. Mahamaya's influence can be linked to the limbic system, which governs emotions and drives. This system influences decision making and behavior based on emotional patterns, often creating a false sense of reality, much like Mahamaya's role in cosmic creation. Savarni as the ruler, the brain's executive function. Savarni becoming the ruler of the Manvantara is akin to the prefrontal cortex, assuming control over the cognitive functions of the brain. The prefrontal cortex is responsible for executive functions, including planning, decision making, behavioral control. In this way, Savarni's rule mirrors the brain's executive center, taking control over various aspects of human physiology and cognition. The integration of solar energy, Surya Tanaya, with the cognitive functions represented by Savarni, okay, reflects the harmony between the external stimuli, that is sun, and internal processing mind. The fourth shloka is Swarochishendare Purvam Chaitra Vamsha Samudbhavaha Suratho Nama Raja Bhut Samaste Kshitimandale. In the Swarochisha Manvantara, long ago, there was a king named Surata, born in the illustrious lineage of Chaitra dynasty, who ruled over the entire earth. King Surata, as the mind's ruler of the body, Surata represents the conscious mind, the ruler over the entire body. The body is represented here as Kshiti Mandala, which encompasses the CNS, which is central nervous system, and ANS, the autonomic nervous system. The mind governs the body's responses to both internal and external stimuli, much like a king ruling over a kingdom. The prefrontal cortex, as the control center of the brain, plays a critical role in regulating voluntary actions and decision making. The Chaitra lineage and genealogy, that's hereditary in physiology. Chaitra Vamsha refers to the ancestral lineage, which in physiology corresponds to genetic inheritance. Genealogy in human physiology is mirrored by DNA passed down through generations, containing all the genetic information necessary for the body's growth, development, and functioning. Surata, as a ruler from a noble lineage, represents the genetic purity and health of an individual where the genetic code is intact, contributing to optimal health and functioning. The Swarochisha Manvantara, which represents the cycles of biological rhythms. Okay, Manvantara is in repetition. The reference to Swarochisha Manvantara signifies a time period or cycle. It is also called as Kala Chakra, in which certain physiological processes dominate. In human biology, this can be compared to the body's circadian rhythms, menstrual cycles, and seasonal biological adaptations, which is termed in uh, Veda as Ritu Parinama, all of which operate in cycles governed by internal clocks such as suprachiasmatic nucleus, SCN. Surata's reign represents the balance between these cycles, where the body functions harmoniously under the influence of these biological rhythms. Okay, so we have very less time. I have another class to attend. So let's close this for today, give a break, and continue some other time from the fifth shloka. If you have any questions, please feel free to relevant questions to this don't, uh, in this particular channel. Thank you, Anita.